NASCAR Cup Series, their fourth visit to the Charlotte ROVAL. Very exciting. And only two drivers have won here at the Roval. Of course, the first time we came here, Ryan Blaney took the win, and the last two times, Chase Elliott. However, Chase Elliott, he is only 9 points above the playoff cutoff line, and he cannot afford a bad race. His teammates, Kyle Larson, Bowman, William Byron, nobody is safe. Actually, nobody's really safe in this except Denny Hamlin. Of course, he got the win. He is locked into the next round. The two Kendrick teammates of Byron and Bowman are below the cut line. Adam Kobe, realistically, for Hendrick Motorsports, can they have 3 or 4 of their teams advance to the next round?
I can, to me, I think you'll see, I think at least 300 cars will advance to the next round. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and I'll go on a limb and I'll go say William Byron. Alex Bowman, well, I don't think he's had a lot of success at the Charlotte ROVAL, so if at least 300 motorsports drivers advance to the next round, I think it would be really good. If less than that, after everything, we've said all year long that Hendrick Motorsports, peaked before the playoffs. Right now, maybe they peaked too soon. But realistically, I can see at least 3 Hendrick Motorsports teams advancing to the next round.
In my opinion, Adam, I don't see that happening at all. I think the only Hendrick Motorsports drivers we're probably going to see advance are Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. And looking at the NASCAR points right now, William Byron, 44 out, Alex Bowman, 52 out, and I think the only way for us to see 300 drivers move on to the next round, Bowman and Byron have to go out and win at the road because 44, 50, 52 points back, that's just too much for them to be able to race their way in on points. So they're definitely going to have to be in a must-win mentality. And if something goes wrong for Chase Elliott or Kyle Larson at the Roval, we could potentially see 300 Motorsports Chevrolets out and not even advance to round 8, which is really crazy. Kyle Larson had that bad race at Talladega last week, finishing in the 30s towards the back of the field after it got involved in the accident, had the tire blowout, and considering the dominant season Kyle Larson's had, like I said on Grid Live wrap up, I think what Kyle Larson needs to do, he needs to make it through stage 1, stage 2, earn max stage points, and then he'll be good to go. But if Larson has an early exit and Kevin Harvick does well in stage 1 and stage 2, we could very well be talking about Kyle Larson eliminated from the playoffs, and that is something that I did not expect to say when we started the playoffs. But realistically speaking, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, I think those are going to be the only 2 Hendrick Motorsports drivers advancing to the round of 8.
And as you brought up, Kobe, a bad race for Chase Elliott, he could be out. He's only 9 points above the cut line. Kevin Harvick goes out there, wins stage 1. He is now all of a sudden ready, pretty much close, unless Chase Elliott scores some stage points as well. So it's going to be really interesting. The big thing with the road courses as well, too, going for the stage points might be different than your winning strategy. Where do you position yourself? We've seen drivers pit 2 laps before the stage end to get valuable fresh tires to start up front. If Kyle Larson gets those stage wins, might compromise his chances of getting the win. But of course, 2 stage wins, another 20 points, that'll put him 44 over the cut line, depending on what the rest of the competition does. And of course, as I mentioned, Denny Hamlin, he's the only driver that could essentially focus on the following weekend. His teammate, Christopher Bell, he's in trouble. But the big reason why everyone's so in trouble is because Bubba Wallace won his first career Sprint Cup Series race at Talladega, really at the expense of everybody, putting everyone in the playoffs in this situation. Hamlin, his win in Las Vegas, that allowed him to just not worry about the Roval. In fact, possibly focusing on the setup at Texas Motor Speedway in 2 weeks. Kobe, Denny has won at Texas Motor Speedway in 2019. Is he already a favorite to enter the championship 4?
Yes, I definitely think Denny Hamlin is one of the favorites to enter the championship for. I remember talking all regular season about Denny Hamlin. Is he gonna win a race this season? What's going on? But with the way the playoff format is, when a driver's not winning, we think they're not having a good season. But actually, Denny Hamlin was having a strong season, a really good consistent season. Battle in the if we didn't have the playoff format, he's right up there with Kyle Larson, going back and forth, back and forth. And I know Ben Snyder has been talking about this for a long time. If we didn't have the playoffs, we'd probably be talking about this great historic NASCAR battle, Hamlin Larson, back and forth, kind of like what we're seeing in Formula One with Hamilton and Verstappen. And since the playoffs has begun, Denny Hamlin, that 11 team, they've really turned it on, and they've been a completely different 11 team. And I think Denny has the most momentum right now, and I think, and especially after watching his car, 2311 racing Bubba Wallace win at Talladega next week. I think that's going to give him even more confidence and momentum. And certainly that number 11 Joe Gibbs Racing team, I think right now they're one of the favorites to be the first ones to lock themselves into the championship four.
I have to agree with you. One of the favorites to be in the championship four all season long, as you pointed out. Very consistent. Didn't get the wins, but as Ben has brought up, if this was a regular points championship battle, we will be seeing him and Kyle Larson to talk all season. I mentioned earlier about Denny Hamlin's teammate, Christopher Bell. He is below the cut line. He is in dire need of going out there, having a great race, almost in a must win situation at 28 points below the cut line. Adam, if Christopher Bell doesn't make it into the next round, does he consider this season a missed opportunity? And do we potentially see a crew chief change, especially since we're seeing that occur more and more often?
Yeah, I believe that this would be a missed opportunity for Christopher Bell. I'm really shocked that I'm shocked out of all four Gibbs cars, he really hasn't had a really strong year compared to last year. Overall, you know, could we see a, could we see a crew chief change in his camp? It could happen. Like you said, Joe, we do see crew chief changes happen a lot in the NASCAR Cup Series. So Christopher Bell has had some opportunities to win this year, and they haven't gone his way. So we'll see what happens with him in 2022. But I think this year has been truly a missed opportunity for the driver of the number 20 car in the NASCAR Cup Series.
Seems to be a missed opportunity after that Daytona win. A lot of people thought this was going to be the year he breaks through. Just that inconsistency has not really been a strength of his. One driver that got in here through consistency and has no wins, Kevin Harvick. And of course, Harvick, he is 9 points below the cut line. Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch are both ahead of him by 9 points. Now we have the two drivers from that Harvick is not happy with, and of course that's Chase Elliott currently, and we know he has a long history with Kyle Busch and Harvick at the Roval. Listen to this: a ninth place the first year, third and 11th at this race last year. Horsepower and handling is not going to be a disadvantage for his Stewart House Racing number 4 Ford. Kevin Harvick, if he wins and Chase or Kyle Busch have a bad race, one of those two could be potentially eliminated. Kobe, Adam, out of all the playoff drivers in the top 8, when it comes to this race, which driver do you feel is in most danger of being eliminated?
Well, right now I have to say Kevin Harvick because he's on the outside looking in. I think for Harvick to be able to at least not have to worry about winning the race, maybe point his way in, I think he needs to take the fight to Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch. He needs to finish ahead of them in stage one, score stage points, and if Harvick's able to do that, I think his chances of advancing would be much better. But I have to be worried because he hasn't exactly had the best luck when NASCAR's come to the Roval. I remember when I went down there to cover the race, I believe he had an incident and he parked it early, and it was a really frustrating day for Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch, considering his history in the short history of the Charlotte Roval, I think he definitely needs to have a clean race, or we could be talking about an early exit for the driver to number 18 Toyota Camry.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you, Kobe. Kyle Busch really hasn't really hasn't had a lot of success here at the Charlotte ROVAL. You know, Chase Elliott has won here the last 2 times, so you gotta think he's a favorite to win tomorrow. But I gotta tell you, I'm still surprised that Kevin Harvick hasn't won this year, and we'll see how he does tomorrow. I don't think he. You were mentioning, Joe. His success at the Roval has been up and down. So we'll see what happens with the driver of the number 4 Stewart-Haas Racing Ford tomorrow at the Charlotte ROVAL.
And the good news for all the drivers in the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow, weather on Sunday is not going to be an issue. Chances of rain are low. Charlotte Motor Speedway, they have put up some additional temporary lighting just in case, and of course there are rain tires available just in case. However, the chances do look low. We encourage everyone to comment, who do you think is going to win the NASCAR Cup Series race? Definitely share your picks with us. Try to get on the pick a winner leaderboard. The NASCAR Cup Series race at the Charlotte ROVAL is tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Don't be an anonymous investor. Join the stock market social media platform, public.com. Invest any amount of money and share with friends and new friends. Discover new opportunities, such as new companies and potential business partners, and useful tools for beginners, and share your experience with friends on public.com. Link in the video description gets you $5 for being a Grid Network viewer. Use the referral code GRIDnet for your free $5 to invest and start investing and networking on public.com.